Hello everybody. Right, I'm back with a G47. It's been a slightly longer coming than it should have. I've done quite a few level 46s recently, but I think with the addition of the cube, start progressing a little bit if I can. I've actually changed back to the TalRasha and the Delseres. So this is a combination of the two. Full TalRasha and the 4-piece of the Delsere. Now the reason I wanted to do that was purely because with the cube enabling me to have the task, the Serpent Spark and the Gesture of Orpheus on the go at the same time, so you can get 2 Hydras out there, plus the bubbles and the full benefit of the bubbles at speed. So what I'm doing is I'm using the Frostburn gloves in the cube. That allows me to get the Hydras freezing things and slowing things down as well. What I may well do is just change over to Tasker and Theo in the cube, which will speed the Hydras up, purely because it would allow me to get a little bit more DPS from them. But I'm also considering putting in Crown of the Primus and then getting all of the rune effects from that, so that the bubbles will actually start slowing them down more whilst you get the damage. They'll do less damage whilst they're in there, and when they're coming and going, they'll get stunned. So whilst you're sticking bubbles around, I'm just going to I think that might be quite a big benefit, so I'm going to play around with that one. Now this wasn't the greatest riff by a long way, but this is pretty much my favourite setup at the moment, purely because I like the speed of the lightning meteors. I don't like waiting, I don't like that delay. I like to get those called in pretty quick. With the cold Hydras around it, it just freezes things and slows things down. Using the Fire Black Hole, because it's nice to group things up and then call the meteors down on top, but it also does, that explosion at the end, which is kind of a double damage. So what I've done with that is I've changed out Blur for the first time. I've always had Blur on there to give me, more armor, or effectively, 17% less damage taken. I've actually swapped that out for Astral Presence, because what I want to do is every time I get into a situation where I'm going to use all the meteors, and I just use all of that arcane power, I just call down as many meteors as I possibly can on a group of enemy. Now that really kind of benefits, because you can get a lot of those lightning meteors coming down really quick. That's really good because it gives you plus 20 and 2.5 per second regeneration speed, so it's a really good boost for the arcane power. It's the first time as I was saying, it's the first time I've actually taken Blur off. I'm getting a little bit more, confident in playing the game. So maybe play around with a couple of other different options now I can get through. I don't have the Unity Ring on either. I have played around with the Unity Ring. I know it definitely helps, but I've been building up, my armor and my health as much as I can, so I can survive in a lot more situations. Gradually building up the Gizzard as well. I think that's on 59,000 health per second now, so that's pretty damn good.
I don't have enough arcane power.
Now one thing that will surprise you is I'm actually using ice armor. Now, I know a lot of people like to use the energy armor, but I'm actually using the ice armor because I was getting sick to death. They're getting mauled to death by blooming melee attackers. Now this is the setup one with Crystallize. I actually ran into 2 fireballs there. I didn't even see them coming down through the Hydra's head. But I've got on Crystallize, so it takes 55% less damage from melee attackers. But the armor also boosts by 20%, and it stacks 3 times, so you can actually get a lot more armor built up if you've only got to take a couple of hits. You think about Lacunis coming in and clobbering you, assassins coming in and clobbering you. Whilst you've actually got the ice armor on with the slow effect, you can actually stand quite close to things and it really does slow them down. So this is the way I'm kind of working on this at the moment. Now, even though I'm way behind, it's just a really crappy rift, but I'm actually starting to really work well with this setup, because when you've got I don't even know if at the moment, but when you're actually slowing the enemy around a lot, I find it a lot more beneficial than things jumping around all over you. So I should definitely stick with this setup for a while. I think I can definitely progress well with it. So it'll be interesting to see what everyone thinks about the cube. It's definitely something really good fun to play with. I quite like all the different options it does give you, because there were so many different things that you just couldn't use before. And it's like I was saying, Crown of the Primus, I can't put Crown of the Primus on because I've got the full TalRasha set on and the Delsere as well. So it's nice to be able to actually utilise the benefit of all those runes for the bubbles or the slow time just by sticking it in the cube. And having 2 Hydras out there, they do a lot of DPS actually. It's surprising how much damage they do. So I'm quite enjoying having those two, and I'll keep them there with the whether I should go back to the original setup I did on the 46, take away the bubbles and just use Blizzard instead, I don't know. It's possible, but I do find that the bubbles have quite a lot of good effect. But it also allows you to take off the Delseres and stick on other things that give you, a little bit more advantage in certain respects. So now that we've got Kanai, or the cube, we can definitely start playing around with different setups, which is great. I was really looking forward to that. One of the things I really, really like about the new system is being able to choose which greater rift that you enter. I think that's probably one of the best additions of the update. I really like just being able to say, right, I'll play around with this, I'll try level 30 rift, then I'll try level 35 rift, and then you change something back and then you can get straight back into level 45 rift or whatever you've done. I think that's just brilliant that they've now given us the flexibility to do that. So what I've done is I've set up 2 wizards. This is my main wizard, and I'll just play around with the higher end of the scale. And I've got one wizard that's just set up for pure speed. So what I do is I go around torment 1 bounties, just getting all of the mats, just having fun, because it's nice being able to have a bit more fun as well at speed, just being OP. So that's what I'm doing that way. The T1 rift bounties are so quick to do. Once you start getting teleport on there, it's just using Ether Walker and what am I using? Well, I've got a load of speed anyway, so it's just it's really cool.
Still waiting.
Now, just hoping that I get a better rift in the future, because I seem to enter really crappy rifts and then make up time at the end. I'm just hoping that I can enter some good rifts and do things a little quicker. I don't see a massive difference. To me, it feels a bit longer going through the rift. Even though at the end of this rift you'll see I get the most stupid blooming thing happen with Orlash. Kind of glitches a bit, I don't know what's going on, but it doesn't really feel much quicker. I don't really appreciate the difference in speed of taking down the Greater Rift Guardian. But anyway, now I'm in the end of this bit. You still see I'm a bit behind, but I do get lucky and get a slightly bigger crowds to take down now. And I got 400% damage boost from that conduit. Or pylon, whatever you want to call it. And I also get quite lucky with the next one because I get lightning. But this is me pushing it now. I've really got to blooming get in there and just push as much as I can to try and claw back time from these bigger groups. I have to say I love these maps though. I mean, these are some of my favourite maps. I do like these. Even though there's exorcists flying around and I bloody hate the things. It's I really like this map. Pesky those exorcists, aren't they? Sneaking up behind you. I'm learning to deal with them though. Slow them down. Black hole. Bang. See you later.
Need more time.
I was trying to get away from this big dude here because he was a bit too scary. Just wanted to try and get some bigger groups whilst he was plodding around behind me.
Didn't see that coming.
When I came into this room here, God knows how I survived. I just absolutely no idea. It's ridiculous. God bless the wizard. And God bless my amazing gameplay. This is brilliant. It's probably one of the best things I've ever done in the game. I can see myself getting trapped there, so you see all the meteors coming down just to clear that little path through. This is definitely the benefit of having the 2 hydras there, just slowing things down, doing that extra DPS whilst you're in the crap. Oh, these things as well. God, I hate these things. Oh, so annoying. Sticking their big rotten dicks in the ground, feeding you. So this is where I get lucky really, because I'm in slightly bigger groups. Helps to get a bit of time. Tried, didn't he? Nasty exorcist. He tried.
Still waiting. Not ready yet.
Now this is definitely where I get a little bit lucky because I actually get a proper conduit pylon. I didn't even realise I had the lightning on for a bit. I think I was worried about the exorcists that were flying around trying to rape my butt. So when I actually realised I'd got it, I did get a little bit more stuck into the crowd. And that certainly helps to claw back just that extra minute. There's got to be a minute. It's nice to walk in a room and just smash everything. That's what I like, immobilising the enemy.
I need arcane power.
That's the way I play. So this is where I get stupid lucky. Now, I don't quite understand why he gets stuck in the door. Maybe he's been eating too many pizzas and burgers, you know. I don't understand, but he gets stuck and I take full advantage. So thank you, Mr. Orlash, you big git. Normally sprays you with all that horrible fire. There's no reason why he would get stuck there either, because slow time's not set up to stun enemies.
Need more arcane power.
Don't know whether he's dropped something on the floor. You can see him bending over there. Maybe he just dropped something on the floor. I don't know. It's not like the Templars helping much either, is he? Just standing there picking his nose. Lazy twat. Anyway, there we go. Greater if 47. Yee-hoo! Definitely got it in there. You can see the way I came back at the end there. If I get the right wrist, I'll definitely do a 48. I've just got to get something going. Something good. So you can see there, just before Frostburn, Royal Ring of Grandeur. And the old Serpent Spark doing the stuff there. See there, Astral Presence. That's the one that's really helped. There's pretty much, unstoppable anomaly. It's a no-brainer. Ice Armor, Black Hole, Slow Time, Meteors, and Hydras. It's kind of my favourite setup now. I really like playing it. It's good combination. Just Paragon level, just over 500 now. So anyway, hopefully I'll have a 48 for you soon, and I'll catch you guys again soon. Cheers. Goodbye.